Which scripture is considered the primary source of Hindu law? The answer is option B, Smriti. Smriti, particularly Manusmriti, Yajnavalkya Smriti, and Narada Smriti, are considered the primary sources of Hindu law, detailing various aspects of life. Under the Hindu Marriage Act of 1955, which condition is not a ground for divorce? The answer is option C, mutual consent. There was no provision related to divorce by mutual consent till 1976. It was in the 1976 amendment that the provisions for divorce by mutual consent was added. It is given under section 13B of the Act. The concept of huff in Hindu law stands for what? The answer is option B, Hindu Undivided Family. HUF stands for Hindu Undivided Family, which is a unique legal entity recognized under Indian tax laws. Which act governs the adoption of children by Hindus? The answer is option A, Hindu Adoption and Maintenance Act, 1956. What does a Pinda relationship signify in Hindu law? The answer is option A, relationship by blood or marriage up to 3 generations. It's on the father's side and 5 on the mother's side. Which one is not a part of Stridan according to traditional Hindu law? The answer is option B, property inherited from her husband. Stridan refers to a woman's personal property, which includes gifts received at her marriage, during childbirth, or any other time, and her earnings. The doctrine of pious obligation under Hindu law refers to what? The answer is option B, the obligation of a son to pay off his father's debts. The doctrine holds that it is a moral and religious duty of sons, including grandsons and great-grandsons, to pay off debts incurred by their ancestors. What does mitakshara refer to in context with Hindu law? The answer is option C, a legal principle governing succession rights among Hindus. Mitakshara is one of 2 major schools that interpret ancient texts governing inheritance and succession among Hindus. Under which circumstances can a Hindu wife claim maintenance under Section 18 of the Hindu Adoptions and Maintenance Act, 1956? The answer is option B, if she is deserted without reasonable cause. A Hindu wife can claim maintenance if deserted, if her husband has treated her with cruelty, or if there is any other justifiable cause. The Dayabhaga school of Hindu law is predominantly followed in which Indian state? The answer is option C, West Bengal. The Dayabhaga school is a legal system that governs inheritance and succession in West Bengal and is known for its distinct rules compared to the Metakshara school. The children born out of a void Hindu marriage are in the eye of law. The answer is option B, legitimate. In the case of subsequent impotency, that is, impotency after the solemnization of marriage, the marriage is the answer is option C, becomes voidable. What is the effect of a decree of judicial separation? The answer is option B, suspends marital rights and obligations during the decree. Under Section 15 of the Hindu Marriage Act 1955, a divorced person can marry again. The answer is option A, may marry immediately thereafter without the leave of the court and as a matter of right. Who can adopt a child under the Hindu Adoption and Maintenance Act 1956? The answer is option C, both male and female Hindus. What is the minimum age for a Hindu male to marry under the Hindu Marriage Act? The answer is option B, 21 years. Which of the following is a valid ground for divorce under the Hindu Marriage Act? The answer is option C, cruelty. What is the legal status of a marriage solemnized during the subsistence of a valid marriage? The answer is option A, void. Who has the right to claim maintenance under the Hindu Adoptions and Maintenance Act 1956? The answer is option C, wives, children, and aged parents. Which section of the Hindu Succession Act 1956 deals with the order of succession among heirs in the schedule? The answer is option B, section 9.